Previously on Power Reviews.
Welcome to our home. The name's Server, right?
Borrowing that camera. Thanks a lot. The good doctor has modified our camcorder with a ton of new bells and whistles.
Stolen.
If there's anything I can do to make it up to you, you make sure to let me know.
Power surge.
Until then.
Perfect.
And now, Database Rangers Power Reviews. Greetings, Ranger fans, and welcome to Power Reviews. As you can see, we have the power back on, but Dr. K is still working on, what was it again?
I'm rerouting the power through the flux modulator of the transdimensional stabilizers to prevent the formation of a volatile energy expulsion off the self-sustaining feedback loop.
What?
All that you need to know is that if I don't fix this soon, this building will be sitting in the geographical center of a mile-wide glass crater.
What have you been working on?
Not relevant.
Okay, well, while she's fixing whatever, and trust me, I will have plenty of questions for her when she's done, let's, skip over the summarizing and take our minds off things by diving straight into episode 3 of Power Rangers Megaforce, Going Viral. Looks like Kay isn't the only one who's been busy typing, as Noah works on a new social network for the school, while webcamming with the two girls. He's soon joined by Jake, who hears Gia and apparently mistakes it for an entirely different kind of webcam.
Gia!
Gotta go. Bye.
Hey, Gia!
Bye.
Dude, you're trying too hard. Noah interrupts his impromptu workout, again, seriously, trying too hard, to find out if he's taken up the guitar in yet another attempt to impress Gia. Turns out the real answer is he's trying to get himself expelled. Yeah, even I can't justify this one. Let's just quickly run through all the questions this scene raises. 1. If Jake doesn't play the guitar, where did he get a guitar case? 2. Has he been carrying this case with him all day? 3. Why does he need a case to carry a weapon that can instantly be summoned with a card scan? 4. Why is he asking Noah for help instead of Gosei or Tensu? 5. How do you even calibrate a magic axe? 6. Why is he doing this at the school? 7. Why is he spinning it? 8. Why is he trying to balance it on his hand? 9. Why is he trying to kill Noah? 10. Why is he laughing about all of this? That's 10 questions right there, and we haven't even hit the opening credits yet. This does not bode well. We take a break from this dangerously aggressive behavior to check in with our villains. Vrock has unleashed a brand new monster, Virox, on the unwitting populace, with the plan of transforming them all into mindless minions with the power of sneezing. Ew. Meanwhile, Noah wraps up work on the social hub for Harwood County High. And we have a locale name, ladies and gentlemen. We have a locale name. He moves on to figuring out how to fix Jake's axe before his buddy goes on another rampage, but finds himself unable to lift the bizarrely heavy weapon, coming down with a sudden case of ETSD. Episodic temporary self-doubt. It's a very acute syndrome that can strike suddenly, but don't worry, within a week it will be like it never happened. After Jake walks in on Noah attempting a few push-ups, he decides that what his friend really needs more than exercise is a good old-fashioned motivational speech.
It's not about muscles. It's about believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
That is an unverifiable hyperbolic platitude.
Jake's mastery of subtlety hasn't gone unnoticed, though.
Gia, do you think Jake might, have a little crush on you?
Kind of the same way a Megazord's foot has a little crush on an abandoned building. Their dishing is interrupted, though, when the trio spots the civilians infected by Virox, who are not only being transformed into loogies, but also spreading the virus to other civilians as they do. Suddenly the name Loogie makes a lot more sense. They notify Gosei and Tensu, who are unfortunately either redundant...
Oh boy! One person gets it, and they spread it to the next person, who spreads it to the next person!
or downright unhelpful.
Remember, they're just innocent people.
Then how do we stop them?
You'll have to work together to figure out a way.
Aren't you guys glad you called them? Jake and Noah rush out to help the others, but Noah has to run on ahead, while Jake hurries back to grab his snake axe. I would point out how silly it is that he has to run back for something that he could just as easily summon during battle, but I'm assuming that he doesn't want to leave an unattended weapon on school grounds. Which brings me back to my original 10 questions, and I don't want to go down that path. Along the way, Noah spots Virox in the midst of another attack.
I infect you, and you infect all the other humans.
Repetitive exposition. We meet again. After a moment's hesitation, Noah morphs and dashes under the bridge to save a very confused and ill-informed woman from Virox's attack.
Are you some kind of superhero?
Is that some kind of stupid person?
I'm going to assume she's suffering from some kind of concussion. Wait, aren't you busy making sure we don't explode?
That does not mean that I've gone deaf to idiocy.
Okay, Noah attempts to take on the monster with his shark bow gun, but when his armor proves too strong, it's up to Jake to come to his friend's rescue. Unfortunately, their tag teaming only manages to drive him off, but the amnesiac is still very grateful for the rescue.
See? What did I tell you? You are a hero.
You might think this would be the end for Noah's heroic self-doubts. You would be wrong. Elsewhere, the now morphed Emma, Gia, and Troy decide to deal with the Loogies by running away. Well, as long as they don't destroy any moving vehicles along the way, they've still got the edge on Samurai. So Troy and Gia help Emma to the top of a storage container and... Okay, stop right there. Why does she need help? Even discounting the fact that just last episode she jumped hundreds of feet in the air to access her Megazord, in her very first battle, she flew. This isn't at all helped by the next scene, where they call up Jake and Noah, and the Blue Ranger gets his foot pinned underneath the snake axe. Okay, I know this bit is here primarily for the physical comedy, but come on! If Jaden can dual wield a pair of fire smashers, and Bridge can lift a car over his head, I think Noah can nudge an axe off his foot. Luckily, Noah still has the wherewithal to recommend they quarantine the Loogies, an idea that Jake happily claims credit for.
I didn't know you were so clever, Jake.
There are a lot of things you don't know about me.
I like jazz music, long walks on the beach, and trying to separate people from their limbs in my spare time. So the Rangers get to work getting the uninfected civilians to safety, and rounding up the growing number of Loogies.
Don't hurt them! Just get them to come after you and tire them out!
There are far more of them than there are of you. Unless they all have extremely low stamina and you guys have been chugging Red Bulls like crazy, I'm pretty sure you're going to tire out first. Please stop adding to my list of things that don't make sense. On their way to join them, Noah and Jake run into Virox once more. The Black Ranger leads the charge, but once a brutal beatdown from the monster knocks him down for the count, it's up to Blue to finish the job. Realizing his bowgun still can't penetrate the monster's armor, he goes for the snake axe, but still finds it too heavy to lift.
You can do it, Noah. Believe in yourself.
Huh? Believe in me.
Don't believe in yourself. Huh? Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you.
What's that mean?
So Noah tosses his bowgun up in the air and summons the spiral power necessary to slash Virox hard across the belly with Jake's axe, before flinging it aside, catching his favorite weapon, and blasting the monster's wound at point-blank range. Awesome! The others arrive soon after, having already quarantined the Loogies with their power cards of land and sky.
Twist tornado!
Funny, I would have expected something more tornado-shaped. But back to finishing off the monster.
I'm gonna force feed you some gooey virus.
That does not sound child appropriate.
Finally united, the team forms the Megaforce Blaster to destroy Virox and cure the infected populace. In a hurry to free them, Noah borrows the snake axe one more time and runs across the city to crack open the giant box, successfully saving the people inside. I'm starting to wonder if there's just something about this axe that encourages dangerous behavior. Anyone else getting shades of The Shining here?
Here's Johnny!
The Rangers then reform the Megaforce Blaster and return to observe Virox's burning remains being resurrected by the Zombats. Seems like an odd thing to do. They summon the Megazords and form the Gosei Great Megazord. But once it's revealed that his armor is still too tough for them, the monster snags their Dragon Sword. Feels like no one can hold on to a weapon in this episode. Virox goes in for the finishing strike, but Noah kicks Reason to the curb and does the impossible by catching the blade and holding off the monster through sheer willpower. He then notices a glow coming from his... okay. It's just his belt buckle. It's a new power card from Gosei, allowing him to summon the Manta, Sawshark, and Hammerhead Zords, collectively known as the Sea Brothers. After some quick reconfiguration, they attached to form the Sea Gosei Great Megazord, complete with the ability to scan, slash, and bash.
Nothing can destroy a virus like me!
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Victory charge! Sea strike!
And so the day is saved. Back at the school, Noah reveals that he's finished recalibrating Jake's snake axe. Although technically I think replacing the material with a titanium alloy would mean a full-on reforging. But after Jake tests it out and causes some accidental property damage, he worries that he might not be able to cope with the new weight.
You'll get used to it. Just believe in yourself.
And that's the end of our episode. So, what did I think of it? Well, this one's kind of a mixed bag. There were definitely some nice plot elements, especially Vrak's plan of turning the people of Earth into loogies, which was both clever and surprisingly effective before the quarantine. This was also a good example of a story with a strong message, which I think was...
Believing in yourself.
Believing in yourself. Believe in ourselves.
Just believe in yourself. Not in the Simon that I believe in. Not in the Kamina that you believe in. Have faith in the Simon that believes in you.
Yeah, I think we got the message. In other news, you should totally check out Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Not only is the show awesome, but Tony Oliver, the original producer of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, directed the dub. What else do you need to know? Back to the episode. Obviously, the biggest issue here is the heavily flawed premise of Noah not being able to lift Jake's axe. The implication that there is not only a huge strength disparity between the two, but that their ranger powers provide no strength enhancements, is a major logic problem that rates right up there with...
Are you some kind of superhero?
That line is just going to burrow deep into my brain and live there. Anyway, my point is that the themes of friendship and believing in yourself are good ones, but the manner in which they're presented just comes across as silly. Oddly enough, this could pretty easily be fixed by one character. Gosei. If the big old tiki head had just delivered a few lines of exposition saying that the Mega Battle Gear weapons are designed to be used only by their designated rangers, and that their powers are tied directly into their personal determination, that would have not only explained why lifting the axe was so difficult, but why believing in himself allowed Noah to overcome this challenge, and unlock the Sea Brothers. Unfortunately, Gosei just isn't that helpful of a head. Overall, this episode had some fun aspects, good themes, and a solid message, but the execution ends up being goofy, illogical, and at times downright frustrating. So, assuming we're both still here and not completely vaporized, make sure to join us next time for episode 4 of Power Rangers Megaforce, Stranger Ranger. Until then...
Done.
Everything's fixed?
Affirmative.
So we're not going to explode?
Not due to any immediately identifiable causes. No.
Good. Because we need to have a serious conversation about what you've been doing with... Now who could that be? Hi, guy.
Server.
Yes?
Do you recall my camera?
Yes?
The one that you allowed to be stolen?
Right.
And you said to let you know if there was anything you can do to make it up to me?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, do you recall the recent power outage?
Yeah.
I will let you know that I had a great deal of valuable electronics in my apartment.
Had?
They were overloaded.
Oh.
Burnt out.
Oh.
They caught fire.
Wow.
I'm rather surprised you didn't notice.
I thought I smelled something funny.
Obviously, I will need a place to stay while they are repairing the apartment.
And you want to stay...
Here. Yes. Will that be a problem?
Well, I only have the one bedroom.
That's fine. You can sleep on the couch.
What?
I'll return later with my belongings. The ones that survived the fire, at least.
But wait, What?